Hey, Maxwell, how you doing? So let's go ahead and take a look. Thank you for including this. This is a really nice written description describing your intent and your designer's intent as well as your methodology. So thank you very much for that. There are no questions in there, so there's nothing really that we need to address in there. So let's go ahead and jump right to the composition. I think it's a great start. I really do. I think it's really inviting, really super, super accessible, really clean, contemporary. It's beautiful. A couple of things I would recommend though as changes. The first thing is I don't see the masked image from assignment 2-1. That is required for this assignment, so we'll need to include that. Also, got some mistakes, it seems like, around the bottom. Like this big white area, that shouldn't be there. That's not part of the ad, right? And then we got these little slivers of white over here on each side of the address and logo area. And again, that seems to be a mistake as well. We want to adjust for those. Wondering how much of the image, can we use the image for the background and just place the logo and the contact information right over the image? It would entail extending the image down. You don't want to stretch the image, but if you have extra room at the bottom of the image where you can conform that crop to 8.5 by 11 at the correct resolution, then we can fit that in here and we can assemble the type right over the image as opposed to this little separate section at the bottom here. It'll increase page harmony. And if you want to see a great example of what I'm talking about, just go over to the course announcements and take a look at some of those examples there. This left margin here, I would recommend some alignment there. I'm going to place this straight edge here right at the edge of the R, and we can see this type here is not in alignment. You want to nudge that over so it is in alignment, and then also that tip of that logo right there can also be aligned therein. The logo you might consider placing on the right-hand side. Actually, it's not that important. It's sometimes the right-hand side is the best exit strategy because the viewer's leaving that portion of the composition. That's where we exit a page typically. So we can reinforce branding by placing that logo on the right-hand side. It's just kind of reminding the viewer of the client's logo before they kind of leave the room, so to speak. Do you see what I'm saying? Did I mention to left align? I'd like to see that subhead left aligned here because right now everything is left aligned, but this is right aligned. So that's a little inconsistent. So let's move that over and left align it right there. The color of the black in the headline is a little bit darker. It advances more, and so does this type right here. It's because it's pure black. One tip is to take your pure black and just, instead of pure black, make it really, really super dark gray, and it won't advance so much in the composition. The other alternative is to use purple for the text, and or try to incorporate that teal color as well. See if that works. Okay, so other than that, I think that's fantastic. Also, right around the top, it's a little difficult to see right here, but let me see. See, right around the top there's a little sliver of white, and to me, that's indicative of the image isn't bleeding towards the top of the composition. So make sure. Now, this could be a PDF rendering or a JPEG rendering. I'm not sure what this is, a PDF or a JPEG. I forgot to look. But at any rate, could just be simply the way that's rendered. But make sure that the top of that image is bleeding to the bleed guides. Make sure these color bars right here are bleeding to the bleed guides, and then just get rid of that bottom section here. And there's also this like little kind of black dot right there. I'm not sure what that is, but at any rate, okay. I think it's a great start. Really, really nice work. So if you have any questions, comments, or if I can provide any further clarification, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so. Okay, great job. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'd like to see those changes reflected in your final submission, which is coming up very soon in week 7. So if you want to make those changes and resubmit or run it by me or put it in the general questions or whatever, email me. I can give you a final recommendation before you're ready to submit for your final due week 7. So I just want to make sure that that's available to you. Okay, great start, Maxwell. Thank you very much.